for more, because, I mean, this is very much, I mean, the top story is markets and what happens from here on after what we saw last 2 days. But this big deal which has been announced, Advent, which is a private equity firm, has confirmed buying a significant stake in Suven Pharma. There's an open offer coming as well to acquire an additional 26% stake in Suven. Venkateswarlu Jasti, CMD of Suven Pharma, is joining us right now. Mr. Jasti, thanks very much for your time. Good to have you with us here. Interview after interview, we've asked you this question, and you obviously, I'm assuming, could not tell us. It's not happened till it happens, right? So now it's happened. But can you tell us what is the significant stake? How much?
I mean, eventually the Advent has to get the controlling stake. That's what the after the 26% open offer they will launch. That's what the intent is all about.
Mr. Jasti.
So the maximum will be diluting is around 50%.
Okay, so just to confirm the details of the deal, the Jasti family, the promoter holding, y'all will be selling 50% stake, which would be at around 495 rupees per share. So y'all will be netting around 6,300 odd crores from this particular deal?
Yes, in the same range, yes.
Okay. What is the plan for you in particular after this deal is done, Mr. Jasti? Because you have run the company very successfully. Margins have been over 40%. There's been 20% CAGR in the past couple of years. So there is this uncertainty and maybe some anxiety that, you might not continue and there could be some disruptions in terms of the control. So give us a sense in terms of what the plans would be for Suven Pharma post this merger.
The answer is in your question itself. I mean, we are running this very tight ship and in a passionate manner. And as you know, we've been telling that we are looking for a strategic partnership. But this thing is a combination of strategic partnership along with the financial partnership. The value creation has to be more, and the commitment and the things what we do in terms of the commitment to customers and the passion with which we do the things and the focus of the business will remain as same. And as a matter of fact, the other platform which they possess will eventually be a part of this so that we can offer better things. And since our management style only they like it, that's why, and we are continuing to do the same thing. There will not be any change, business as usual. I'll be running this thing. Only thing is, as you know, every time you're asking succession and also the management bandwidth. With this, the management bandwidth will be, again, big positive for us. Along with, they can also bring in additional opportunities. So we can become a real big player, and we continue to run this as usual. There is no second thoughts about it. That's the way it is going to be.
Sure. Mr. Jasti, morning. Just to take Ekta's point forward, I mean, you've run this business for so long. What will your exact role be post this deal, and what was the primary reason for the stake sale?
The primary reason is, I mean, as I said, we are not able to bring in the succession in plan. So there is so much time, maybe 5, 6, 7 years only, I can be actively doing this thing. So we need to plan properly. And also at the same time, we need to increase the value to ourselves and to the shareholders. And this is an opportunity where this is strategic financial investment has come. That's the reason why we have taken this opportunity. Because with the it will be EPS accretive, and it will double the revenue when the platforms merge into Suven, and Suven continue to run this way.
You said there's no succession plan for this business, but you also have, Suven Life. What plans for that? With the money that you raise here, will you invest a large part of that in Suven Life? What is the plan for that business? You recently raised 400 crore via rights issue there.
Yes. Yes, again, the same thing. I mean, we have already raised the money for the next 3 years. It's not the money is the one that's the reason why we sold this company. This is the reason why we sold this company is because of the value creation it will create eventually, and also the management bandwidth that will come into the picture, all those things. But for Suven Life Sciences, for the next 2.5 years, there is no money requirement is there. And also, there is a possibility some milestone may accrue within the next 1 year. And if that happens, there is no need. But if not, as you know, we have to fund without this or with that, doesn't matter. We keep funding it. The last time I said, we'll keep funding that one. That's not the reason why we sold this company.
Okay. Mr. Jasti, just a quick, one of the last questions. Cohance is basically Advent's arm, and eventually they will consider a merger of Suven Pharma with Cohance. The fear is that that could be margin dilutive. So could you just allay fears by giving us a sense in terms of what Cohance's margins might be on a blended basis? And once the two companies do come together, what would the margins look like on a consolidated basis?
Actually, this will be run as is for now, and I have no idea what the Cohance numbers are going to be. But the thing is that when some of the things that are not there, either in capacity or in values, those things can be taken from the Cohance platform and offered to our customers. So as far as Suven is concerned, there will not be any dilution in the earnings, but when it comes maybe 2 years from now, whatever, that we'll know. But right now, I cannot comment on things which I don't know fully.
Okay, Mr. Jasti, we had more questions, but we will perhaps save that for a later date. Thank you for giving us a quick take on this stake sale, and all the best for the future. That is Suven Pharma saying that they were unable to put a succession plan in place, hence the right thing to do was to do the stake sale, and they also talk about how Advent International will eventually get controlling stake, and a maximum of 50% of promoter stake will be diluted by Suven. Thanks a lot, Ekta, for joining in as well for the discussion. Let's take a quick break. On the other side, we'll have the pre-opening rates. We'll also have Harshvardhan Dole of IIFL to talk about how the top power sector players like NTPC, Tata Power performed in 2022 and what's the outlook for the new year. Stay